Now on to, in the first of 6 reports, Muriel Gray braves Edinburgh's cultural jamboree with her 4th Fiesta.
Whether you love it, hate it or completely ignore it because you live in Milton Keynes, the Edinburgh Festival is now underway, and the main attraction that these people are flocking to see is by a man who was once expelled from ballet school for sniffing glue. I Am Curious Orange, the new piece by choreographer and dancer Michael Clark to mark the tercentenary of William and Mary's accession to the British throne. Now, Michael Clark is arguably one of the world's top dancers, and apart from his effortless animal grace, he's remarkable for making dance accessible to an enormously wide audience by his outrageous performances and complete lack of pretension. For this new piece, he's surrounded himself with his usual creative team. There's been specially composed new music from The Fall, who will be playing live, and the costumes are designed by Leigh, Bowery and Body Map. It's strange to think that only a few years ago Michael Clark was shocking people on the fringe. Now he's part of the main festival. Perhaps instead of these trendy crowds here, we might see a few nice little old ladies in long dresses applauding the dancers as they pirouette while dressed as fruit.
It's from a cow, the shepherd's bush man, the cabin of uptown, uptown. He slaps the partners, he's got a big fat ass, and when he comes, it's covered down my road.
William was supposedly gay.
Is he?
Supposedly. Even in some of the really straight history books it says that. There were rumours. I don't know, probably rumours put about by, those who opposed him. But although that did appeal to me, I didn't want to make a big deal of it because people, that's what they expect of me. So rather than make a big issue out of that, he's a fruit, and he actually is an orange in the piece. So that was enough, I thought, enough of this statement. We'll try this little stretch for the hip, Muriel. No, it's not important that we look alike.
Why? It was just as well.
It's all to do with confidence.
It's such a sensitive issue in Scotland, sectarianism, as it is
In
in
different
Ireland.
different parts of Scotland, yeah.
Well, Glasgow, you're premiering the British part of I Am
Yeah.
Curious Orange in Edinburgh. Are you not nervous about the reception?
No, because I think it's important that somebody... You see, there's been all this stuff like, without question, on the news about the celebration of 300 years, and nobody's actually said, was it a good thing? See, what I'd like to do in my work is not say, this is how I feel, this is the right way to, this is my solution or whatever. It's rather to sort of raise the whole thing and stir it up a bit.
It's not open to misinterpretation, that's a problem.
You see, there's no such thing as a misinterpretation. The thing with movement is, it's got so many different meanings for different people. I mean, take this position, for example.
What does this mean apart from my pain?
Well, some people could misconstrue it, but no, I'm wrong. They'd be right. They'd be right.
So you're saying nobody can misconstrue I Am Curious Orange?
Oh, it's such a hard question because you're not dealing with specific things like you are with words. That's why it appeals to me so much, dance, because it's got all those different levels of meaning.
Now, you designed the set in this show for the first time. Why have you not done it before?
Just I didn't really have the confidence, but, the more I do, the more clear it is what I want, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes when I'm collaborating, it's, sometimes it's good to have other people to broaden the whole thing, otherwise it gets all, too much to do with me. But really, I think I've done a really good job. actually. I hate theatre designers.
Do you?
Yeah, because they just want to do what you ask them to, and I don't want to work with people like that.
They're not imaginative enough.
No, like Leigh and David, and also, you know, the Fool, obviously, have got really strong ideas of their own, and I think the combination of all of our supreme talents, you know, is bound to make something good. Don't you think, though?
Well, it was also lucky for us because we're here every day seeing the show take form.
It helps a lot.
And, you know, we're in rehearsals, and so we'll think, well, something gorge and wafty and flowing would work very well in that section, or something angular and sharp and cumbersome would work well in another section. So being part of the sort of, you know, the sort of making process of the show makes it a lot easier for us.
Is he very grumpy with you?
Well, it depends what he's been doing the night before.
You can get grumpy then.
Oh, you've no idea, Muriel. Some of the things we have to put up with. I say to Michael, I said, Michael, don't yell at me. I want the show to be a success. I want to do the best for it. I want the show to be popular. I said, screaming's not going to achieve anything.
And how
there's
right you
tears. Absolutely, there's tears. It's so fraught.
Completely uncalled for, I would have
You
thought.
said it.
Show me a bit of the poise for the show. Strike a pose that Michael's drummed into, and I want to see it.
Oh. Which one's it? Oh, that's quite a nice
Do it
one.
again?
No, that's it, and go.
Here we go. Some.
The thing about Michael, I think people forget, I mean, I'm no ballet expert, but one thing about him is he is actually very tight, and he is very entertaining to somebody who knows, you know, now about ballet, like myself, or anybody else. And since I've known Mike, if you watch ballet, you see how far behind, if you watch Swan Lake, for instance, you see how slow they are, and sort of almost turgid compared to him. Like he gets like 100 steps in like a fifth of the time, you know.
Are you growing out of trying to shock people? This is going to shock loads of people.
Well, you know, when I was dealing with a certain type of audience, which I think I had at one time when I was at Riverside, for example, it was too tempting not to go out of my way to do things that was going to irritate them, because there was a certain sort of very safe, left-wing type of audience, sort of wholemeal, and, you know, it's just, I couldn't resist it. But now that we do so much touring and we go to places where you know, I really don't know what, you know, anything about the culture or whatever, I think the work has broadened because of that. You know, it's very tempting as well, because there's so many, like all these things coming through about like the Close 28 and all of that. It just makes you want to do things more extreme and more extremely. And I think that's bad. You shouldn't have those things determining the direction that you go in. But unfortunately, it's just the way of the world just now.
Michael!